Hi guys. So I don't normally make videos. I normally make AMVs, but I noticed that there's not a lot of content on jinns, and as someone who is an avid reader of horror and who loves ghost stories and stories about jinns, so it was like kind of appalling to me that there's not a lot of content on jinns on YouTube. So I decided, why not make my own video on jinns? And so this is how I ended up making this video. So all the stories that I'm going to talk about today are stuff that I've gone through.
I had shot this entire vid in one go, but it was over an hour long, like an hour and 15 minutes or so. So I decided to cut it into parts. This vid will only be focusing on my experiences, while the next will be on my friends' experiences and so forth. Now that that's done, let's go back to the video.
My friends have gone through, my acquaintances and my relatives. So for those of you who know what jinns are, then I suggest you just skip to, and for those of you who don't know what jinns are, just stay here a while with me and I'll explain to you what jinns are right now. Okay, so jinns, I'm going to use like proper terms to explain, but jinns are basically, they're creations just like us. They're created with their own free will and they live on this earth parallel to mankind. Basically, I believe that they're living in a higher dimension, hence why we can't see them, but they can see us, and hence why they can affect us. And, like, because of this, they can touch us, or, that's how we can't affect them physically, but they can affect us because of that. But in any case, they are creatures. They're not ghosts. They're not scary whatever, but they're creatures, creations, right? And the Arabic word jinn is from the word janna, which means to conceal, hence why they're hidden. And yeah, so I believe that they're in a higher dimension because we can't see them. That's my own logical explanation that I've come up with. But in the Quran, the jinns have been mentioned, as well as angels. And over here God says, "Indeed, we created man from dried clay of black smooth mud, and we created the jinn before that from the smokeless flame of fire." So jinn were created before man, we can tell from this, and they were created from smokeless fire. So they have a fiery nature, I don't know, but basically they're made from fire, we're made from clay, and they're like human beings. They literally have their own choice to follow Islam or to follow Christianity, or they can be anything they want, Buddhist or whatever they want, they can be. It's literally their choice. And jinns have been living on this earth for a really long time, and it could be that there's a jinn that's living in your house, or you move into a new house but a jinn has already been living there, so they probably don't want you there. And that's why you have so many movies or like stories where people are like cast out of their own homes, like when they move in, because probably jinns have been living there way before them, maybe for centuries. But yeah, so a jinn could be sitting right beside you right now. They could be chilling in your room with you, like dancing, exercising, whatever you don't, it's their choice. Literally, they live in the same space as you, and I think they probably want some privacy because they can see us but we can't see them, but it's fine. But this is basically what jinns are. They live with us. They can literally be living inside your house, and yeah, that's nice. But they are there always with us, whether you like it or not, and you just have to live with it, the fact that they're going to be living with you. So yeah, they can be eating with you, they can be sleeping with you, they could be on your bed, they could be on your chair. They're literally just living life on this earth in the same space as you, but probably in a different dimension. So that's what jinns are. Now I'm going to move on to jinn stories because that was the purpose of this video. So let's move on to jinn stories. Yeah. Okay, but let's move on. Okay, so I'm going to start with myself, like what I've experienced. Basically a few years ago, I was sleeping in my own room. Normally I would sleep in my parents' room, but my parents were like, "You're old enough, just go sleep in your own room." And I was like, "Okay, fine, let's do this, let's be an adult." So I go to sleep in my own room, and basically it was the morning. It was around 9 a.m., 9:30 in the morning, and I could hear someone walking really loudly. Like I could hear the thump of their steps, and it was really loud, and I kind of woke up because of the sound of their footsteps, which were really heavy. And basically I keep a towel on my door because it was winters and I didn't really need the AC because I was feeling really cold. So I just kept a towel on my door so that I wouldn't completely close. It was kind of open, So then I hear those footsteps and my door slams open, and I'm kind of like, I'm like, what just happened? And I have like, I'm like half awake, my eyes are like half open. I'm trying to squint and see, like, because it was like really bright, right? Imagine waking up and then just like all the light in your eyes and then the sound, and you're startled awake, but you can't exactly like open your eyes because like you just woke up. So basically, I'm looking at, squinting my eyes, trying to see who this is. I thought it was my older brother, and I was like, is he picking a fight or whatever? And goes around my bed, and I see a blue shirt and blue shorts, so I just assumed it was my brother right off the bat. And goes around my bed, picks up the pillow, which was been underneath my head. It was supporting my neck or my head or whatever. I was sleeping on the pillow, and drags the pillow out, lifts it out, and then hits me on the face with like real hard. And then I was just like, what the and I was just like, what's wrong with you? And I just got really angry, and I was like, bro, pada karna hai. And I thought that he wanted to fight me, or it was my brother who wanted to like pick a fight with me. And I was like, bro, like, it's early in the morning, do you want to really go at it, man? I'm gonna fuck you up. And then turned out there was no one there. Like, I literally stood up to fight him, and no one was there. So obviously I lost my shit, because imagine someone whacking you in the face and you stand up that exact moment to be like, bro, what? And they just go, like, vanish, poof. So that was really scary, and I was like, bro, like, what just happened? And I ran, like, I literally ran, and I ran to my brother's room. I was like, were you here just now? I know it seems impossible. Maybe you just went that fast, you Usain Bolt or something, bro. And then he got really mad. He's like, bro, I'm sleeping, get out of here. And then I was like, okay, fine, probably not him. And so then I just like ran to my parents' room, told them what happened, and then they just told me to sleep in their room. And that was like the first time I'd really physically been like experienced something with a jinn. Then the next time, and I'm not saying that that was a dream or anything, because that actually happened. Like, I'm not kidding. I felt someone whack me in the face. The pillow literally went underneath me and right onto my face. So obviously it wasn't a dream or anything. It was very much real. And then the second time, I decided to sleep in my own room, because I was like, it's been 2 years. I'm like 17 now. It's really embarrassing to sleep in your parents' room, right? So I was like, man, I want to sleep in my own room now. I need my privacy and stuff. And I wasn't sleeping at that point. I had earphones on, and I was listening to some music, and basically I listen to music first to calm down, and then I recite some surahs and like Ayatul Kursi and stuff 3 times, and Qul Huwallahu 3 times, so that I feel safe and secure. And so basically I'm listening to music, chilling, living my life. I'm underneath this kambal, meaning like this thick blanket. So like the fan was on, but oh no, not the fan, the AC was on. So like there's like, it wasn't even like there's like a lot of air in the room. It was just like the AC was on. There's no like, the air was kind of still in the room, and my door was closed, and my hands are like at my side like this, and I'm just listening to music, like chilling, bruh. And suddenly I feel a hand underneath my shirt, and it goes up, and my shirt also went up along with that hand, and I could feel the hand right there, and my hands were at my side. So I'm pretty sure I wasn't groping myself, and I was awake. I wasn't asleep. And obviously
I shot myself right there and then,
and I opened my eyes. It was like an instinctual thing. You open your eyes to see who is that, and there was no one there in the room. It was pitch dark, and I opened my phone and my flash, to just make sure, and literally no one was there. And that scared the shit out of me, because it was a jinn, probably, because who else would have done that, right? There's literally my brother, my dad, my mom in my house. There's no servants sleeping in my house. They just stay in, so there's no one there. And I obviously got really scared, recited surahs and stuff, and then I ran out of there. And yeah, and then the third time something happened was to my cousin when she was inside my room. Basically, we were having a sleepover at my house, and it was 3 a.m. and my friends and I were talking on the phone. We were texting on a group and stuff, and my cousin had fallen asleep by then. And one of my friends, she called me because there's something that was going on in her life, and she wanted to talk to me about it. And I obviously went out of the room because she called me, and went and sat in my living room, and I left the lights off because my cousin was sleeping. And suddenly I hear my cousin just like comes running out of my room, and she's all like frantic, and she's like she's hyperventilating or something, and I'm just there like, bro, calm down, what just happened, talk to me. And obviously I was freaked out because I was like, what just happened to you? And she was panicked, bro. Like, it was scary seeing her in that state, and I had to like make her like breathe, and I was like, calm down, tell me what happened. And then she told me that basically she thought I was still sleeping right beside her. She thought I was sleeping, and she could, she suddenly just woke up, and she could hear someone breathing right beside her ear, and she thought it was me. And she just like touched the bed and be like, bro, why are you breathing so heavily, bro? I can hear you so loudly, stop breathing that loudly. And well, there's no one there. And obviously she panicked, and she thought, probably that's I'm thinking that my own breathing, bro. And she could hear proper breathing right next to her ear. She decided to turn, and she could hear someone breathing into her ear. And obviously she freaked out and ran out, and then she came and told me, man, like, I'm not going back into your room. Nuh-uh. Like, not in a million years am I gonna go back in there. And I was like, man, like, okay, it's fine, calm down. But yeah, that happened. And then once I was sleeping in my brother's room, because my brother, basically, he shifted to Canada. I was sleeping in my brother's room because should I give context? I don't know. I'm just gonna give context. Basically, I had come over, like, I was out with friends, and I came back home, and I was kind of like running a fever. So I was just like, face planted onto my brother's bed, because I just chill in his room. His PC is in his room, and I use that now. It's my PC now. So I was just like, whatever, just gonna lie here for like 2 seconds. And I ended up falling asleep because I was running a fever. I was really tired. And I wake up. It's 12 a.m. The lights are still on. My makeup's still on. I have my contacts in. And my parents didn't even like give two shits, bro. They didn't say, oh, our daughter is like lying here, bro, let's like pick her up, take her back to her room. Nah, they didn't wake me up. They didn't tell me to clean myself or whatever. They just went back to their room, chilling there. My mom's asleep. My dad's watching his drama and stuff, and I was like really pissed. I was like, nobody cares about me in this house. I don't want to sleep there anymore. And I just went, like, had a stupid tantrum and was like, I don't want to sleep there. I'm an adult, bro. And this was like a year ago. So I go into my brother's room, freshen up, whatever. Then I get ready to sleep. Get ready for that bed, y'all, for the Z. Yeah. But anyway, so anyway, I listen to my music, normal routine and stuff. Then I keep my phone on charge, like it's on the bedside table. And then I go hop into bed, and there's like the light of the AC, so you can see the room. It's like the room is visible because of the AC, right? I hear something, and my eyes open, of course, and I see something crawl from my peripheral view, from diagonally, like I'm looking there, and I see something crawl from over here, and then it goes right in front to my PC, to my brother's PC, my PC, and I see it crawl, and I could see that it was wearing white clothes, like a white gown. Like, it could be a hospital gown, it could be like a nightie, or just a gown, but it was it looked like a hospital gown, but whatever. And I see it crawl, and it had hair that was really frizzy, like ghungru baal the, like they were crazy, they were psychotic, they were everywhere, like it looked terrifying. Normally you see Grudge and whatever, and they have like straight hair, like right in front of their face, and that's long black hair. Nah, straight hair, nah, bro. These were like frizzy, curly, crazy, and they were out of control. They were like long and everywhere. They were expanding everywhere. It just looked scary, and it looked insane. And when I saw it crawl there, it went to my PC, and something fell from my PC. Basically I keep a lot of collectibles or whatever, like action figures on top of my PC, and I'm pretty sure when it crawled, one of the action figures fell, and my blood ran cold because I was like, shit. I literally just saw something crawl there and then something fell. That's not a coincidence. That can't be. And I was like reciting the Ayatul Kursi again. I was going crazy, bro. I was like, man, like, why does this keep happening to me?
Oh shit, here we go again.
I was like, okay, breathe, we got this. If you get scared, then they can sense the fear, right? And jinns, like I said, they are creatures that are like human beings. They have emotions. There are some good jinns, there are some bad jinns. It could be that this jinn is one that grew up with me and just wanted to play pranks on me, because what I saw was something that I saw in like a horror movie or something, and looked very much like that, but not the face or anything. I didn't see the face, but the hair and stuff looked quite a lot like that. And I think maybe got inspiration because jinns are said to shapeshift. Like they could come to you in the form of your dead loved ones. They can take their form, or they can take a form of a cat or an animal or anything. So they're shapeshifters. So, or it could just be me hallucinating, but I doubt it, because that exact moment, I brace myself and I reach out for my phone and I call my dad, and right that exact moment when that happened to me, the crawling thing, my mom suddenly woke up. She told me this after. She suddenly woke up and she's hysterical. She's telling my dad, get up and go to Zoya right now. Go to her right now and make sure she's fine, because I'm getting a really bad feeling and I want you to get her here right now. And my dad is just like scared, and he's also feeling that uncomfortable feeling in his chest, and he gets up and he's walking. He's like, he leaves the room and he's like already in the hallway, right? And he's already walking towards my room, and I call him and my dad picks up and I'm like, Papa, I need you to come like here right now, bro. Like I'm scared and something just happened and I need you here right now. And he's like, I'm already on my way because your mom just woke me up. And by the time he answered the phone and he told me this, he was already inside my room, and he opened the lights and told me to get out right there and then. He's like, just get out and I'll get your stuff, come to our room, don't don't do anything right now, just run. So I just ran to my room, my parents' room, and my mom was at this point, she was standing, and then I entered the room and she hugs me and she's like, are you okay? And I was like, I'm fine. And she had a feeling that I was in danger, and she woke up from her dream the moment I saw that thing. The moment I'm calling my dad's already in the hall towards me. So that can't be a coincidence. Like literally, that's too scary to be a coincidence. But anyway, that happened, and then I thought I was safe in my parents' room, but I was sleeping, like I sleep on this mattress right below my parents' bed, like right in front of it, and basically I was having sleep paralysis. I knew it was sleep paralysis because I couldn't move, I couldn't speak. There's this weight on my I felt like I was being choked, and a weight on my chest. So like it was really heavy, something was on top of me and I couldn't do anything. And after a few minutes I finally gained the ability to speak, right? I can speak now, and I was like gasping for air, and I'm just like, I finally was able to move, right? Because you can't freaking move. So I was able to move, and I get up, and I was like, immediately I was like, Mama, Papa, mujhe batana hai. Like I need to tell my mom and dad what just happened, because I was freaked out. I knew it was sleep paralysis in my brain. I've read about it so many times, heard about it so many times. So many people have told me what they've been through, but I was still freaked out. Obviously, it's a natural instinct, right? So I get up and I hop onto my parents' bed, and literally they weren't wearing blankets, and I found that really weird. Like a blanket, I was like, why aren't they wearing a blanket? But I was like, whatever, who cares? Let's just continue telling my dad what just happened. And I tell my dad, this happened to me, and I'm freaked out, and my mom's still sleeping. So my dad wakes up my mom, and he's like, just hold her. So my mom just holds me, and this was a few months ago, by the way. I was 18 years old, and anyway, so she holds me, and my dad said, he says, listen, I have to go to my friend's place, but you take care, and your mom's here with you, don't freak out, you're gonna be fine. And obviously I was like, why are you leaving me? Please don't leave me. Still goes, and I was freaking out, but you feel a bit safe in your mom's embrace. Obviously I felt safe. I was like, okay, my mom's here, she's holding me, I'm fine. And then I hear a growling sound, like this sound of like a rabid animal. Like you can hear this growling, and it just keeps coming closer, and it was really far away. It was like far away, and then I hear that growling come closer and closer and closer, right till I feel like I can feel its breath. I could literally feel the warmth of its breath. I could hear the sound right next to my ear. My mom was holding me from this side. I don't remember which side from now, but on the opposite side I could hear the sound right next to me. And I was so scared to even look the other side to see what was beside me. And I wake up. So basically I was having sleep paralysis inside my dream, and I woke up from the sleep paralysis inside a dream, and the growling noise was inside my dream. So when I actually woke up, I felt someone still holding me. Their arm was tightly around me. It was wrapped tightly around my waist. I shit you not. That hand was still holding me when I actually woke up. And I was so scared. I was scared shitless. I didn't want to look at who was holding me right now. And the growling sound, that was just my dad snoring, literally. But the holding me, I don't know what the fuck was holding me. And I don't want to look at my side. I was too scared to look beside me. And I was like, I'm reciting the Ayatul Kursi. Bro, like my response to everything is Ayatul Kursi, surahs, like, God, please help me, praying and shit. So I was just praying, bro. But yeah, so I guess these are the experiences I have had with jinns. And ever since I was a kid, I would occasionally see people invite, just walking by. Like, when you're sitting and then there's sunlight that's coming out, and then in that flash you see someone walking in white, and a woman or some tall woman or some tall person or 2-3 people I would see occasionally walking in white as a kid. So yeah, those are my experiences with jinns. They could be, some of it could just be hallucinations. I could just be super tired and imagining some stuff, but some very real things did happen, like physically feeling someone holding me, feeling someone groping me, feeling someone hitting me on my face. So yeah, that stuff felt really real, and I know for a fact they weren't dreams. Like literally, my dad tries telling me, oh, maybe you were dreaming. I was not dreaming. I was conscious, awake, so I could not have been dreaming. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed. This is it. That was a video, and yeah, subscribe, comment down below, and please like, and please comment and tell me more stories. So I hope this was a nice first video. Okay, bye.